name is Nate, and I'm 25. I am an ambassador with the Histiocytosis Association. I was misdiagnosed with Crohn's when I was 7 and mistreated for 12 years for that diagnosis. I came out when I was 17, and this was before my discovery of my rare disease. Um, I wouldn't know that I was rare until 2 years later, after experiencing near death because um, I was septic from a failed bowel obstruction surgery. Um, so my diagnosis is HLH. It's a type of histiocytosis. Unfortunately, um, in my disease process, the white blood cells don't work as they should. Instead of turning off the attack signals when the trigger is finished triggering, it continues to send signals and fighters that break down things that should not be broken down. I have found that there are intersectionalities within this community that mean a lot to me, such as being Black and being queer. And I have very unique experiences within the healthcare system through both of these lenses. Um, so as I said before, I discovered that I was rare. I had come out, and at this point, I had been seen by the same doctor as treated me for Crohn's all my life. So um, there wasn't a particular moment where I felt comfortable coming out to my doctors. And one thing that I've had to experience, and I feel like a lot of us maybe share, is that you don't ever have you're not able to come out just one time. And coming out in of itself is a process. Um, it was a lot for me. My experience overall wasn't terrible, but working up the courage to say it was a lot. And so when it came down to figuring out my medical care after being diagnosed rare, because there wasn't much time to process me coming out queer and then telling my doctors because I was still telling everyone else in my life. So when I was finally able to tell someone, I didn't really know how it was like introducing a new person to a new doctor. Like this whole time I had been camouflaged as someone else. And now I'm asking you to treat this new person who has new needs. And so I had to go through therapy and figure that out. And that was a lot. That was a process. I eventually decided that first time I had to get new doctors, like new doctors that I felt I could start this new journey with. And then for others that kind of were more niche, like a bone marrow transplant doctor, you can't just pluck those off a tree. Um, I had to get over that lump and figure it out. Luckily, I had a trusting doctor, but that's not always the case. Um, so that's a big issue that I'm trying to work on, not just for me, but for other people, because I think it's great now that you can like Google doctors and see that they have a little flag under their name that they're queer friendly. But that's not always the case. And sometimes you can't even trust that, you know. But I have experiences just existing rare within the queer space, um, because it's very isolating in that way. Um, and existing queer in the rare space as I've been trying to start my advocacy journey and um, knowing that I have a lot of experience um, being rare and being an advocate, but also how I'm presenting in these spaces as someone who started going to nursing school and they had these criteria where you couldn't change your hair color. So it's like this is a medical space technically. Um, how do I feel natural presenting in this space as a queer person? And how do I connect with people and feel like I'm taken seriously? This conversation is very emotional for me, so uh usually I speak better, but I'm very
Right.
happy that this space is happening. So